A little bit of a background. We've known for years that first and foremost, one of the things that puts Uganda on the international scene and raises our flag the highest is sports. From the days of Akiboa down to Dennis Onyango, to the cricket cranes, to the netball she cranes, sportsmen and sportswomen, individuals or teams have contributed a great deal to the performance of our country on the international scene. And we know that sports also contributes to the development of our society, provides employment, people are able to get jobs, people are able to socialize, it will convert people who would have otherwise been involved in maybe crime or maybe shady jobs. Now those people are involved in talent development, in sports, in entertainment, and that is a very good thing. But we also know that one of the reasons why teams perform very well is because of the support and the love of the fans. So as Plascon, we've seen that through the growth of our business. You can't be the market leader if you don't have the love and support of your people behind you, and we want to thank Ugandans for that. But we also know that our teams need that. So we sat down and we said that we're currently looking at about 6 sponsorships in sports, 2 football teams. The third one just came on board, Aroa Hill Vipers and now Budu FC. We have a football tournament, the Uganda Cup, in partnership with Sandy Bank. We have the cricket cranes, the national cricket cranes at the men's side, and we also have the netball cranes, she cranes. And we're looking at doing a little bit more in sports, but we can't do that alone. So we thought that it's important to, 1, show Ugandans why it's important to come and support their teams, and 2, to call upon them to support them. You probably remember that we didn't do as well as we could have done in our last AFCON engagement with Tanzania while we were in Egypt. I'm a strong believer in the fact that maybe if that game was played at home with a home advantage of our fans and our teams available and our stadium full of Ugandans cheering on the Uganda Cranes, maybe that result would have been a lot different. So we're saying to Ugandans, look, as an individual, a sportsman, or you as a fan, you're a spark. You can excite people, you can create something on your own. But together, we are a fire to reckon with. We can build a momentum, we can set our teams ablaze, and we can rally them together and push them to greater heights. So as Plascon, we're saying to Ugandans, come join us, support your teams, and together, Twaake.
What are some of the campaigns that are being lined up that will pull off this new venture?
There are a number of campaigns. As I mentioned earlier, we have close to 6 sponsorships. We're looking at a few more later on. And the idea is simple. For every team that we are working with, we want to have long-term partnerships and long-term development goals. An example is Aroa Hill. One of the reasons we're partnering with them is we've seen them building a vision for a massive sports establishment in northern Uganda. They're setting up a stadium, they're setting up structures for their team, and those structures will be used not just by them, but also other teams and sports in the region. So those are things that we're proud of supporting, and those are campaigns that we will continue to push and back. However, for the average Ugandan, we're also building up an engagement campaign where fans will be able to come into the stadium, participate in a number of activities, try your luck at maybe kicking the ball, try your luck at showing us how passionate you are as a fan, or what your brightest colors are as you're supporting your team, and you could stand yourself a chance to win prizes and goodies. We're looking at a lot of more engagements that will, 1, help us bring more fans into the stadium and therefore build the momentum of support, but also 2, give back to the very passionate, very consistent fans that have been with these teams over the years.
Of course, we would say that it's a campaign that comes at the right time and pointing in the right direction. But as a sports fan, as a sports fanatic, what do you think Ugandans are shying away from turning up in big numbers at sports events?
I think there are a number of reasons, but one major reason is awareness. When we started sponsoring the cricket cranes, prior to that, the crowds that would go for the cricket games were literally people that had played cricket before. And these were coming from, the traditional schools, a few of the Naguru boys that, are passionate about the game. But when you make noise and tell the Ugandans that, guess what? There's another team coming here and they're going to play our people, Ugandans will not care too much about how many runs we need to score or how the catch was made. All they need to know is that this is the team that I'm supporting, this is my person, they will come and support. So I think the lack of awareness, the gap in communicating and informing people that guess what, this is happening, come and support. We've seen it with even games or sports that you'd imagine would not have otherwise had the backing. The netball cranes moved through the country last year as they were preparing for the Commonwealth Games, and the support that we saw across the country was massive. The ladies in the markets that would come out and say, I know that lady, or I've seen her before, or I want to shake her hand and thank her for supporting and playing very well. People that were in hospitals that were visited and had CSR activities happening. Those people were very excited to see their sportswomen coming to interact with them. So I believe that if we show Ugandans what's happening, tell them about what's happening, and encourage them to come and join us, I think it will be amazing. It will be phenomenal.